Hello, Namaskar. Welcome you to the SAAR Analysis. I am Chaman Nayak and here's my take. Let me ask you an uncomfortable question. Why can't India attract the world student? Well, I'm repeating the question. Why can't India attract the world student? Well, everyone talks about India becoming the next economic superpower, and which we do believe that. But here, the question few people are asking, if India's future is so promising, then why aren't the international students choosing India for the study? Now consider these: more than 1.8 million international students study in United States every year, while Australia holds more than 1 million and United Kingdoms attract hundreds of thousands. But India, despite being the world's most populous nation and one of the fastest growing major economy, foreign students account for a tiny fractions of its higher education platform. And this raises a geopolitical more than a geopolitical question. Can a country truly become the global power if the world's brightest mind do not see it as a destination? Let's dig it out, because here what evidence speaks about India's national education policy and vision transforming the country into global education hub. Well, regulations were relaxed, foreign collaboration were encouraged, and universities were asked to internationalize. Yet, the numbers remain very modest. Every year, hundreds and thousands of Indian students leave for university abroad, taking them billions of dollars in tuition fees, research talent, innovation potential, and future leadership capital. But the reverse flow remains very limited. Well, India possesses many ingredients needed to become an educational powerhouse: English language instructions, relatively affordable tuition, a massive talent pool, and a globally recognized institution like IIT and ISC for sure. Yet, most international students still choose America, Britain, Australia, Canada, Singapore, and increasingly the Gulf nation. But the challenge isn't India's ambition, the challenge is the ecosystem surrounding that ambition. Now the question arises, why is this so important? Because these universities are not merely the educational institution, they are the geopolitical assets. The student spends 4 years in a country that they just don't earn a degree. They build networks, they absorb culture, they create business relationships, and most importantly, they develop political and economic familiarity. Today's international student offers borrows tomorrow's CEO, minister, diplomat, or investors or policymaker. This is precisely why countries compete aggressively for the global talent. While international student has become one of the most effective forms of the soft power in the modern world, America understood this decades ago, Britain mastered it, Australia monetized it, and most importantly, China is investing heavily on it. And now countries such as UAE, Singapore are rapidly positioning themselves as educational hub connecting East and West. Well, the real competition is not for the student, the real competition is about influence, and I don't think India is ready for it. Now let's look at the bigger picture, because India stands as a strategic crossroad. The country has a demographic scale, the country has economic momentum, the country has a technological ambition as well. But global education leadership requires more than something. Well, India requires world-class research ecosystem, international faculties, seamless visas, and global mobility pathway. Because in the 21st century, talent flows the opportunity, and the nation that attracts talent can attract investment, innovations, and influence as well. Now, here's my take: India's challenge isn't lack of university for sure, it is a lack of global magnetism. Well, the country has already proven it can produce talent for the world, and the next phase of India's rise will depend on whether it can convince the world that come to India. Because the most powerful countries don't just export products, they import the future. And if India succeed in becoming the true global educational destination, then India will become the next power for sure. That's all from today's analysis. I will be back with another episode. Till then, thank you for watching this.